In a previous video, I showed you how to make basically a generic arrow, something to just put on the screen and sort of line up. Well, what if you need to follow a specific path? Like say you want to go from the Delta Hotel over here over to the Crown Plaza Hotel over here. Well, you need to get a line that's more custom because you want to follow the streets. Let's do some things here while we're going to go to media generator, titles and text. Throw me up to default text. Call it start. Bold. 12 point. Okay, well, we need to move it up so we can see it. Also, we need to make it a color that we can see, so let's make it in. Somebody somewhere one day told them that this was a really good idea to do this instead of a regular RGB thing. Okay. Now, the nice thing about the new titles and text video generators, say, okay, I need to move it. And you go to location and you got this terribly imprecise thing. Like, look how it's very, like, because that's so small, this is so much bigger, and it's not even the right shape, it's really difficult. But you can actually go down, grab this. Literally, let's pull this up here. We want to start up the Delta Hotel. Okay, we'll do the same thing again. End. Bold. 12 point. Also put this one above. Also make this one. You know, the standard color picker is perfectly fine. We didn't need to do this. And grab this one. I said, and grab this one. We want to end at the Crown Plaza over here. So we have clear start and end points there. This is what we've got. So we've got it marked up. We want to start here and we want to end here. Well, we're going to need to do a custom line now. We can't just use one of the generic ones that I showed you in the last one. So the first thing we need to do is make a line. Well, Vegas is not great at that. So we need to do that in Photoshop again, or GIMP, or even Paint, whatever you have. So we need this image to draw on. So what we're going to do first is go. This is the most important thing. Don't forget this part. You're going to go to this and do best full. So it's going to give us the best resolution. Then we're going to right here to the little. This is a disk. In case you're like not old and you don't know what that is actually supposed to be. That's supposed to be a floppy disk, and it's still the save icon, even though floppy disks are a thing of the past. Anyway, we click on that, and we'll call this the map. Name it whatever you want. PNG, sure, that's fine. Okay, there we got it. And notice that by default, it puts it into your project. So if you didn't want to have the render time of these extra things, instead you could pull this up. And you see over here, we go over here, it has the start and end without having to have those text generators on anymore. But, you know, that might not be the quality you want or whatever. I mean, this is the final render. This is how it's going to look. But every time you add layers of render on top, you're adding artifacting and everything in. So let us just delete that, and we'll stick with this one. But we're also going to, while we're here, insert. We're going to need the lines. So let's insert a video track up there ready for it. Okay, but now we're going to jump over to Photoshop. And then we go File, Open. In our part 2, that's where I started, grab me the map. Okay, here we are. Now we want to go from here to here, following the road. And we'll grab the line tool again. I want to fill the line with the same color. Turn on the fill. And instead of that big height, we just got the 2 point there. And 5, make this 7 pixels wide. Okay, and so we're just going to draw lines following the map. So we're starting here, we're going there, it's a nice solid line. Then we're going to go down Caroline Street to there. I'm going to swing up here to King Street. I'm going to follow King Street, and every time it turns, I'm going to make a new line. Do, 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 do. Okay, here you have to jump over. Okay, we're going to continue following King Street. And you can be as tidy as you like. And the Crown Plaza is there. So we're going to turn down to there. And there you go. You say, yeah, that's all well and good. But again, still it's on the map. Don't worry about it. The map is a separate layer, so if we turn off that layer, now all we have is the line. Now you see there's a couple breaks in it. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. This time, I'm going to select the first shape and hold down Shift, select the last shape, and it will select them all. And then I'm going to go up again to Layer, Merge, Visible. Boom. It should be. Okay. Yeah, see now it's rasterized. So I'm going to switch to the pencil tool. Again, it's one of those, it's multiple tools. You might have to hold down and find the pencil tool. And you can do this differently if you want to do it differently. And I'm going to go to colors. I'm going to select the color I'm going to work with. And I'm going to go here with the eyedropper and say, that. I want to work the exact same purple. Okay. And you can see my pencil is really small. Let's make this 5 pixels. Big enough that we can see it. So we can just go in and add a little bit to these lines. Get rid of the jagginess to them. If it's not connected, connect it up. That's kind of ratty. But you see, for the most part, this line is perfectly straight. And I can just fix the little bits that are not perfectly done. There we go. And that's a beautiful line. There's our line. What's layer 0? That's the map. And if we go back to the map, you see the map, the line is perfectly drawn. Okay, we've got the map. Let's throw away the map layer because we don't need it. We just want to save this. It doesn't matter what it's called. We're going to, like before, File, Save As, in our same place as a PNG. We'll call this line. No compression, no interlacing, okie dokie. And then we will close that. No, I don't need to save it. I did it. And so here we are back in Vegas. And we're going to go to Import Media. And we're going to grab line. And we're going to put it up here and make it. That's not what I asked them. And make it the length of. Now we've got a line, but unfortunately, for the entire thing, the line's just there. Well, that's not what we want to do. We want this line to go. I mean, it's not going to make the noise, but you know what I mean. You should, remembering from the last one, we're going to use a mask, but we're going to be a little more detail in the mask this time. Okay. And we're not going to just make a square mask because that's not really the shape of this. I'm going to grab the anchor creation tool, turn on the mask, and let's say we want this to be at 6 seconds. That's where we want this to be fully on the screen. So I'm going to just draw a mask like this, covering the whole thing. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. That's why we want it to be at the end. We want it to be fully exposed like that. Okay, and I'm going to go to this keyframe once again. You see the mask isn't there. We're just going to delete that keyframe. So now this is for the entire thing. Now we're back at the start. So we're going to grab the point tool. So you need to click out of it to get off it, and then you can like click on something and then go to what you want. And we want to grab this. We want to pull it all the way up here. And we want to grab this one and pull it way up here and down like this. We want to grab this one and pull it down like that. So now there is no line. So also you're just rolling with the scroll wheel, you can also do the zoom there and move it. And if I just grab with the mouse, I can pull this down. So that's where we want that. Okay. And so now if we play it through, that is super wonky. You notice how the line is, you see how up where start is, that part of the line is coming in weird. So let's go to 3 seconds, because that's halfway through. We know that we want the line to be halfway. Okay, at this point, get it? Give me a line that is not on. So if I select this line and then try and do it, it'll turn this line into a curve. So I'm selecting a line that I don't want to get a corner that I do. Now, at this point, we want this to be out here. And that part is good. And see, it's made another keyframe there. So now we have an idea of what's halfway. So now we're going to go to 1:15, 1.5 seconds. Okay, so again, it's wrong. I'm going to zoom in on it. And I'm going to select that line so I can get the points. Go over there. Just a bit more room there. So there. And I'm just going to keep doing that half by half. So this is 45, so 44. So we go to 0.22. It's about halfway again. Again, we'll get the mask. Go like that. You can just keep doing this. And then we'll go to 11. Okay, now we're seeing, yeah, that's what we want. But I want to set a keyframe there. Okay, now we're going to start stepping through one frame at a time. Okay, so we want it to go up, but not over yet. So we're going to grab this point, bring it back. I don't want it to expose that part of the line just yet. So right there, where it's, next one over, where it would be turning the corner, let's move this part up here so it turns the corner. And now as we go through there, okay, it's exposing that line good. And there, nope, it does that jaggy. So right there, we don't want this to be here, we want this to be down there. See, basically you're going to keep needing keyframes. Okay, that's good, that's good. Right there, we want it to be up and showing the next part of the line. So we'll move that to there. So you're just going to be tweaking this as we go. And now it's going to flow fairly good. But we need to move it. Everything looks good. Okay, keep watch of this too. You want to make sure that nothing is switching. Nothing is getting undone that we had done. Okay, now, right here, I'm going to stop. I'm going to grab, and click on there so it gets me the points, and grab this point, I'm going to bring it up to here. Because I don't want that to just to appear. Grab this again, and go like that. There you go. Okay, now, zoom that out so you can see the whole thing. And just run through it quickly. Just watch it on the screen. See, does any of the line ever get cut off or not? And that is how you do it. Let's go back to the start and play that through. And that is how you make a line follow a custom path. Again, really easy. You don't have to do it in Photoshop. You can do it in any program that handles PNG that will bring it in. Really simple. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you.